looking at our parlay, and Kevin and I missed last night.
Yep.
So me and Reed got it
Wow.
right.
That never happens.
Out of the four of us, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on.
We'll talk about it.
Well,
in a
that
minute.
goes to show you that hey, this is
No.
all just kind of luck.
It's not. I mean, it's not.
What do you mean?
Hey, I will start by saying this though. I have been on a cooler, and so I've hit 6 in a row. I didn't bet the parlay. I'll be honest with you guys.
Dang, I
well,
did.
that's why.
That's messed up.
No, it's not. I tell you guys, I don't like the parlays. I hate having to make them.
But if you don't have faith in our pet parlay, how are we supposed to put that out? into the
mostly I'll bet
universe?
them if I do all of them.
Oh, when we're all, I got you. When we're all
Questionable.
pitching in, I got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. That
honest.
makes sense.
I've hit 6 bets in a row. I was so cold that I then was like, let's just. And then I did a heat check where I bet
Heat check.
during the game. I bet Ladd McConkey and Texans wide receiver
Collins.
Nico Collins score a touchdown both as a parlay.
Nice.
Boom.
Hit them both. Couldn't
job.
believe it. Couldn't believe it. I bet $1,000 on Ohio State to cover, and I bet big on the one we bet on
Notre Dame.
Damn, yeah.
So
we were the ones.
easy go, kind of easy come. I'm not quite back yet, but I'm off just eating green
cold
peas.
streak. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
all
all I was doing was eating green peas for like 3 days. is a rough one. We'll start with Kevin. How about you?
Yeah.
Big deal. Kevin is a massive Patriots fan. That's right.
That's right.
Even bigger than him getting engaged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Bigger than that.
Mike Vrabel is the head coach of the Patriots.
Yeah. I mean, forget the twins that are coming. Mike Vrabel is our head coach, you guys. Mike freaking Vrabel.
Your thoughts?
I love it. It was a very, very good way to start the day. Like the one and only with the Dan Hurley, I believe, at UConn said, you better get us now because we're coming. And the Patriots are coming back. We got the quarterback. We got the head coach. That's the two pillars that you need to restart this organization in the right direction, and we're on our way.
Not if the Jets have something to say about
Oh,
it.
you guys are going downhill again.
Well, they don't have a coach yet. Rex Ryan's going to be over there.
Yeah, I love it.
reunion tour.
I watched the news conference this morning, and Vrabel, he fires me up, man. I'm ready.
If they would have hired Vrabel from the Titans, meaning when the Titans, they were just playing ho-hum. If they would have hired him from the Titans, how would you have felt? Like right when Belichick left. Belichick, we're hiring Vrabel from the Titans, because my feeling is you wouldn't be as pumped.
I would have. Maybe.
Because here's the thing. These coaches that sometimes lose a job and they have a year off, they kind of get rebuilt by the media, how amazing. And again, I'm not saying he wasn't amazing at what he does, but it's almost like a rehab year.
Mike McCarthy, right? He took a little time off.
A lot of that happens with a lot of coaches.
Yeah.
I don't know that you would have loved it as much if Vrabel comes from the Titans and goes right to the Patriots.
Maybe not as much. That's a good point. It's always that saying, too, you don't really know what you're missing until it's gone. So you're always like, oh, Belichick's, it's time for him to go. Let's get something. And then Mayo comes in, you're like, oh, my gosh, this is really bad. And then you get something new, and you get a little, like, rejoice in something new and Vrabel coming in. But his teams, I mean, he had Henry, he had Ryan Tannehill, and they went, like, 12-5.
They had the
Yep.
1 seed that 1 year, too.
But didn't he draft Marcus Mariota? Or was that before
think
him?
That might have been before him.
Yeah.
And then
Did he
and
have Mariota?
And then his front office got rid of A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry eventually.
Well, then
and some
stand up, be a
pieces.
man, and keep him. If you're asking me.
As the coach.
My point isn't so much about Vrabel, but a lot of times when a coach gets fired and takes a year off, there's kind of like this new polish that's put on them. And it's like, ooh, I wonder because he has all these options. Well, he didn't last year.
And is it, do you think Vrabel is a good coach?
Yeah.
Or is it that he's a Patriot and he's back home?
No, I think he's a good coach. I think Mayo had trouble leading like a team and an organization and getting the right coaches. And then Vrabel comes in and he's immediately, I feel like, going to have these guys respect, and the entire team and the organization is going to buy into what he's selling. With Mayo, I mean, he was all over the place all year, like throwing his players under the bus, his coaches under the bus, where Vrabel will be, whether it's good or right or wrong, he'll say, this is my fault. I'll get on track.
He's
And
had
he does.
experience being a head coach. Mayo has not.
Yeah.
So, again, you're comparing Mayo's first year to Vrabel's head coaching career. But again, that's the reason why they're hiring him. I think he's a culture guy. I think he's also a good coach because as much as I'm messing around about would you have wanted him from the Titans, like he did a lot with a little here.
Yeah.
Where we are.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they were loading him up with weapons. And
Yeah. And he said we need to get the pass game going for the Patriots. So
Well, then
that
I'm
alone
in. Hey,
excites
Oh,
me.
if he
if
said
that's
that,
what he
we're
says,
boys, we're coming.
let's go. Okay, let's do best news then. Best news of the weekend. And it can be in whatever form you want. If it can be sports or life. Is yours going to be Vrabel?
Oh yeah.
Eddie?
I mean, mine's breaking news. I think the best news for us is the Dallas Cowboys got rid of Mike McCarthy.
Ooh.
And not
I
necessarily.
didn't see it. I've been so my head's been in work all morning.
We're finally
What?
coachless, and now we're open.
They wouldn't let
for
him interview with the
business.
Bears, and they fire him.
Apparently, they couldn't get the contract right.
Yeah.
So it took time to get the length of the contract
That's
right.
dirty dog.
Yeah.
Boom.
They wouldn't let him interview with the Bears, and then they cut him. Bears job's still open though, unless that's
But is it dirty dog? Because they let Ezekiel Elliott go to the Chargers and play a playoffs game.
that's not the same thing.
Kind of levels it out a little bit.
A little bit.
Dude, I did not know. You got to film. Is there any other news to that? Because again,
That's it. And he's no longer a Cowboy, so now we're open for business.
did it
and
just happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Deion Sanders, we're here.
That's who you want, huh?
maybe.
If you bring Shador,
But you can't just bring Shador. It's not like he can just put him on the flight and be like, "I declare Shador a Cowboy."
and your other two sons, even the social media guy, bring him too.
Deion Jr.
Yeah, bring him too. I mean, look, McCarthy, I think, was a pretty good coach. I honestly think that if the Cowboys, if Jerry can just let a head coach be a head coach.
But you're saying if, dude, he's not done that in his entire lifetime of being
Correct.
the owner.
I know, but I think there are certain coaches, certain people, certain personalities that could do that. And I think Deion could be a personality like that. That can be like, "Hey, Jerry, come on, let me do my thing.
Does he sound like Hulk Hogan to you? All right, brother.
Come on, brother, let me coach."
Here we go. I'm just seeing it. So it was posted from when we recorded this 48 minutes ago. With Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy eligible to talk to other teams after midnight Tuesday, still haven't been any negotiations on a new deal, and then that gets updated 12 minutes later.
Boom.
Mike McCarthy is not expected to return to the Dallas Cowboys. It is now set to become a free agent. The two sides engaged in no discussions about a new deal. See, that's what sucks because that makes the Bears thing completely. If they had no talks about a new deal and they kept him from interviewing with the Bears, that sucks.
It is dirty.
That's dirty dog. I'll go
That's some
back to
dirty dog.
it. McCarthy is expected to be a candidate in Chicago and New Orleans. So Chicago hasn't filled that job, so he can still go.
There we go. It's
Yeah.
okay. We're all good.
Dang, that's dirty dog, dude.
Dirty does.
So I don't know. It's good news for us. I
Yeah,
think just
it
starting
is.
new is good news for us. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay, outside of Dion, like say a Ben Johnson or
Because Dion wanted to go to the Raiders, but now they're saying the Raiders don't have interest in Dion because Tom Brady's running that. So let's say it's not the Raiders. Let's say it's not the Cowboys. Like who is it? Because again, Ben Johnson, but he's never been a head coach. You don't
Yeah.
think Jerry's going to push him around? He doesn't really have the credibility to go to like, no, this is how I plan to coach this team.
Saban. Saban, come on.
Why would you want a college coach who failed in the NFL his first time and is also in his 70s?
We're all about second chances.
Dude, he's
second
gonna live. He's
chances.
gonna live 10 years. Much less, how long is he gonna be able to coach?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Pete Carroll. While we're on the
Yeah, the old man.
Yeah.
He
Pete
wants
Carroll.
back in.
Yeah.
He wants back in.
Pete Carroll's pretty cool.
So you
cool.
really
Scares
don't.
the hell out
You
of
really
some
don't.
gum.
You really don't know.
No clue, dude. No clue. And even like if we try to guess, it's gonna be someone that we didn't even know.
How about this? Sark.
Oh, Sark, not a bad move. 3 hours up the road.
Then have to pay for a big relocation fee.
Right. The moving fee's not that
That's
bad.
true.
Sark could be good.
If they can, boom! Breaking news: Steve Sarkisian is now the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Your feeling would be?
That'd be interesting, but I don't think Jerry's gonna let
Your
him tell
feeling
you.
would be?
We're same thing. We're gonna be in the same position. Just another coach rotating through.
That has been how it's been for like the last 20 years.
Forever, dude. Forever. It's the same coach coming in and then them trying, oh, they're going to be the savior. And then 2 years later, like, get rid of him.
But then, why do you think this will be different?
If Dion, someone like Jimmy Johnson who can come in and be like, I'm the coach. Let me be the coach.
But again-
Trust me, Jerry. I got this.
But it hasn't happened in 20 plus years.
You're right. But who have we had? Wade Phillips, like who have we
Jason
had?
Garrett just clapping.
Jason
from the
Garrett.
sideline.
Boy, good turnover.
So
Like,
you're saying if it is that, you'll be happy, but do you think it'll be someone like that is my question.
I think it's going to have to be someone like that. So if Jerry and the kids understand the situation, they're going to allow someone like that back in.
Good luck.
Ah, thank you. Gracias a Dios.
Casey?
I mean, I'm a Jet fan, so it's been pretty bleak, man. I don't know.
No news.
I mean, Rex Ryan might be coming back. I don't really want that. I mean,
Surely
I feel
not,
like
though.
it's
Surely
like,
not, right?
Yeah, no
I don't know.
way.
I mean, he seems pretty convinced on
I've
the network
watched
that
him
he's
be
on.
convinced, and I've watched
Yeah.
him say he hopes that he gets to coach so he can beat Vrabel a couple times a year and say
Right,
that stuff.
right. That was the latest.
But is there really any chance?
I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that we could get that Aaron Glenn guy from Detroit. I
The
guess
defensive
he's,
coordinator?
you know, the best option I think that we realistically have as
Do
Jet
you feel
fans.
like you need someone though, like Eddie's saying, because Woody Johnson,
a
is-
culture guy, right?
but someone that can actually have a voice against the owner?
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that was Vrabel, but once we interviewed him, that's when
Mhm.
Kraft fired Mayo. So, you know, the Jets helping out the Patriots.
Best
Yet
case
again.
scenario for you as coach?
Best case scenario?
He goes Dion.
Yeah, Deion. I mean, honestly, I think it's got to be Glenn or Ben Johnson, but I
So
really
one of
don't
the
think
Lions
one of the
coordinator.
Lions guys. Yeah, that would be my pick.
Reed, what's your best news from over the weekend?
Oh man, mine actually pertains to TV shows. You actually shared it, and you shared that this second season of Severance is coming out this week, and that is like one of my
Friday,
saw
yeah.
that.
yeah one of my favorite shows I've ever watched, and I had no idea that there was even going to be a second season until I saw your story.
You didn't even know
So
they were
thank
doing
you.
a second season?
No, had
So
no
you
idea.
broke the news, Bones.
You broke the news.
Dang, I'm
Okay.
Adam Schefter of
Look at
Reed's
that.
Tell. Come on. Mine is just stopping the freezer that I lived in for betting. Because I was,
I figured it would be the Texas loss. No, that wasn't the best thing.
no, it's
No?
not. And here's
Okay.
why. I don't like Ohio State either. I'm
Okay.
glad Texas lost eventually. I think the best case scenario for me would have been
They both
well,
forfeit or tie.
I think Ohio State's just going to run Notre Dame. I don't think Texas would have run Notre Dame. So if Texas would have like lucked out, not even lucked out, they played pretty good. You know, they were,
They had a
It
chance.
was close for
dude,
yeah.
were they first and goal from the
Yeah,
one?
something
They
like
couldn't
that.
do it.
Yes.
Had Texas been able to win that game, I think Notre Dame would have probably beat them. I don't think Notre Dame can beat Ohio State. I don't like Ohio State winning it.
Yeah.
So, not the best. I'm happy they lost. Thank God they lost. Mostly it's like a relief more than it is a
A little,
happiness.
little happy. All
No
right.
offense, Mike.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
I told myself like as long as we were competitive, I wasn't gonna be sad, but I was still sad. Like 1 yard away.
That's-
to
And you
tie
got
it.
to the same spot both years, right?
Yeah.
Isn't this it?
One
Like,
game away.
Final four?
What about the screen, Mike, at the end of the first half, 75 yards?
That's stupid.
Like, that is so frustrating.
Well, it was like the worst
Sounds like you
case
had money on it.
defensive
Yeah,
call.
plus 3.5 Texas.
You talking about the screen
In the first half, I had
it was the
Texas plus
worst,
3.5.
worst ever defensive call. Oh, you had a halftime bet. And the perfect offensive call because they blitzed
Yeah.
and they threw the screen. One guy missed and he was gone.
It's gone.
So we can second guess that forever, but it was the worst meets the best. Worst thing they could have done at that point with them running the screen was blitz those guys. So that's a bad one.
Did you see they benched the kicker too?
Yeah.
Auburn doesn't kick anymore.
Dang,
I know.
That hurt,
Felt
dude.
bad for him.
After Stark was all like, "You're my favorite. I love you. You're my lovey-dovey-dovey. You're my lovey-dovey-dovey." Then he moves on.
Oh, and they kept showing him on the sideline with his curly hair.
Classic Cowboys coach. You know what I mean? Classic.
It's a Texas thing, dude.
Classic Cowboys
Texas
coach.
thing.
Yeah, no, mine is. I think I hit 5 in a row. I didn't bet the late game last night because I didn't think I'd make it to the end, and I didn't.
Did you make it to the end?
No, and I saw the doink this morning.
Well, it wasn't that late.
I was tired, dude.
Okay.
I was really tired. What time did the game end?
Yeah, it was like 10:30.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
late. What are you
That's
talking?
10:30, the
What are
late
you
news,
talking
the
about?
nightly news.
I don't
dude,
even
like-
watch the news. Who watches the news?
Yeah, I went to bed too.
You missed the doink.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I didn't even
I didn't
care about
care.
that game.
I didn't care.
Me,
Playoff,
same.
playoff football. And you guys
No.
going to sleep early?
If I were gonna rank the games I cared least about, that was probably the one I cared least about.
And it was the
this
best
was
game.
the closest game
Yeah.
out of all of them.
Because again, they all sucked.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, I didn't care that
Okay,
much.
okay.
So and we can roll through that in a second. But the first round of the NFL playoffs, much like the first round of the college football playoffs,
Yeah.
It was wild
Bit of a
cards.
dud.
yeah. But it was good because I made a little money. We like that.
Yeah, man, we love that.
As we look at the parlay, we went 2 and 2 of 4, and if you even miss one, you get none.
Right, that's a parlay.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
So that's it. So we didn't hit that. To everybody who bet that, I'm sorry.
I think we missed the first game.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Oh,
was
the
me.
Steelers.
That was me.
Yeah. But that was a late Saturday game, so we didn't feel like losers until late Saturday. So all like Saturday before it even hit, we're like, yeah, we haven't lost yet.
Because we didn't bet on the Texas game, the Texans.
You should do pick six, though. Pick six is awesome. You can even do pick six in places where maybe you can't do it, like DraftKings. But pick six, and you can do it with the game tonight. You choose more or less if they have a stat. Like, for example, Vikings at Rams. Sam Darnold more or less than 265 passing. Eddie?
More. He's
Justin,
gonna sling it.
Justin Jefferson more or less than 89 yards receiving.
Woo, way more.
Puka Nacua more or less than 91 receiving yards. You want all Moors?
I think you got to go more, right?
Moors. And Matt Stafford more or less than 241 passing.
Oof.
That's even less than Sam Darnold's.
Mhm. Let's go more.
You going four Moors?
4 more.
Give me a little more.
Dang. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app and use the code Bobby Sports. It is a whole different app. It's called DraftKings Pick 6, so check that out. I want to play this for you guys. It's phrases from the 90s. This was a video they put out, but it was a VHS. And it made like a news show. And this guy's giving phrases from the 90s so parents could know what their kids were saying.
Oh, wow.
jeez.
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, it's hilarious. Here we go.
You want to be sure to sound hip in the 90s. Yo, a greeting. Yo, Curb, what's up? Clutch the pearls, said in amazement or disbelief.
Well, you know he's married. Clutch the pearls.
Oh my!
In the 80s, it was just wasted.
I don't know how many I had, but boy, did I get bucked. I sure felt it the next morning. That was really the worst thing I'd ever.
Bucked. Bucked was that one.
Bucked.
Yeah, Bucked. Here we go.
That was short.
I hope you didn't drive home.
No way.
MacGyver, as in the TV show where the impossible is often accomplished. I can't believe you got off that speeding ticket. What a MacGyver.
Oh my gosh!
Secretly.
That's funny. I never used Clutch the Pearls.
When someone clutches their pearls, I don't use it in this thing.
I'm still going.
Felicia stole your job.
Hold on.
You've really been Norville.
Black & Decker, or a real tough assignment. You get the analogy, right?
This job is a real grind. It's just a Black & Decker.
Some phrases may be around forever.
Well, look, I gotta run. Peace.
Bye, Tom.
Peace.
Clutch the pearls. If someone's clutching their pearls now, it's like they're faking, like they're offended,
Oh.
and they're not.
Got it.
So you never say it.
Hey, I've never heard that one.
What?
Clutch
Clutch
pearls.
Pearls.
Well, you don't even say it now. It's just like if you're like, all right, stop clutching your pearls. That's like stop acting like you're offended when really you're not.
Have you ever said that?
No.
Okay.
The only ones of those I've ever said were
Black & Decker?
no.
MacGyver.
MacGyver. I did that one.
MacGyver's
I used to
smart.
MacGyver.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wow, MacGyver, how'd you do that? How'd you get here so quick?
I said that one time to my dad, and he's like, "You know that?"
He's so proud.
Maybe like yo.
Of course, the greeting.
Yeah, that was about it. Eddie may have gone a little too hard at basketball practice.
Yeah.
Are you coaching?
No, I'm not coaching, but I take my son to practice, and then the two coaches usually get dads from the, that are sitting on the side, and then will you help just kind of like stand in or help us kind of with passing? And we were doing charging. The coach was teaching the kids how to take a charge. And so they're like, Coach Eddie, why don't you get the ball and just like act like you're driving the lane and charge? And so I did.
Oh no.
Dude, I don't half-ass anything, man. I got that ball, and I drove the lane. And the first kid, he didn't really do it right. He started walking backwards, so then he tripped backwards. I fell on top of him. I made two kids cry the whole practice. It was terrible. It was
There's
terrible.
videos
Coach
where they do
Eddie.
parents versus kids, and their kids are like
Oh, yeah.
6 and they're in football.
Football, that's good stuff. It's the moms.
Dude, that's hilarious. That's kind of what I feel like that is.
Yeah, and some of the other dads are like, okay, Coach Eddie, don't go so hard. Just lighten up on this one a little bit.
Pump the brakes, bro.
But I feel like if I didn't go hard, they would never learn how to do it. You know what I mean?
That's not true. They don't need an adult man to run into them.
No, like what's going to happen come Saturday when a kid comes charging down the lane?
That's when they learn. That's when you learn.
Oh, not when I'm
through experience of
okay. Maybe I should have lightened up a little bit.
your peers.
Gonna give them PTSD.
But you didn't do that with your kids though. You just hurt other kids.
I do it with my kids too.
No, but I'm saying at the practice.
No. Well, my kid knows how to take a charge.
Oh.
We've already practiced that on our own.
You make him cry at home
Exactly.
Get it out of the way.
just when no one else is around. Reed, you're not. I'm assuming you didn't watch a lot of sports this weekend since you don't normally.
Negative.
What
Yeah.
did you do?
Let's see. This weekend I cleaned my house, and I actually recorded a pilot / first episode of my podcast. So that was fun.
Wait, I've been a guest on your podcast.
Yeah, you have. You are a guest.
Oh, but that's the pilot?
No.
Dude, you made the pilot. They'll never be aired.
Oh my
I know.
goodness, that's what I'm hearing, Bones.
Dude, that
It
sucks.
was a tester, man. It was a tester. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's
What?
never gonna be heard, and you gave your time up for it.
Hey, that's Dirty Dog.
That's dirty dog right there.
He called
Jerry
in,
Jones
man.
to you.
He was a caller.
That's dirty dog.
Dang, dude.